funky way to play a basketball game. We haven't seen 40 minutes of pressure, 40 minutes of changing presses, random traps. And, coming off the heels of our game against Texas Tech, one of the bigger concerns that we've had as a coaching staff is just to make sure that, we take better shots, we take better care of the ball, we make more passes. We are a little bit more patient in the shot clock. And then you come into a game like this, and, sometimes you have opportunities where you get wide open looks. And we just wanted to make sure that we didn't just settle for the first shot or the quickest shot we could get. And I thought some of our guys made some really good decisions. We weren't perfect, but I thought we made some really good decisions. Jordan had a wide open three in the corner, sort of eyed the rim, little shot fake, got a dunk. Ryan did the same thing. We generated some looks for our team by getting the ball into the lane first against their pressure. And to go 22 assists on 34 field goals, I think our offense took a step forward tonight, regardless of competition or the style of play that we played against. Defensively, without watching the film, I didn't think our effort was poor. We gave up way too many offensive rebounds. I think that they also hit some contested jump shots, which is going to happen sometimes. So, I thought we got better over the last couple of days. We're going to continue that improvement here until we play Miami on Wednesday night.
You hit on it a little bit already with getting the ball in the lane, but it seemed like that was also happening in a variety of different ways. You were having the guards driving sometimes it was a pass into one of the bigs on the low block. How happy were you just with the diversity that you showed in your offense?
I was happy that we got the ball where you talked about, Danielle, right in the lane. I think Steve obviously was crazy efficient. He's had those type of shots before, and I don't know if I can remember him going, 90% from the field, and we gave him an awful lot of opportunities and attempts, and we got drives to the basket. We shot the ball really well at the free throw line. We wanted to, turn their pressure into, fouls, and I thought we also got some guys, like Dwayne and Jordan, some buckets in transition around the basket, so it was good. I mean, that's what I want out of our offense, to create looks that really start by getting the ball in the lane first. It's good.
Chris, as you said yesterday, you were able to get Johnson into the game for a lot more time. What did you think of his play?
Good and bad. He's a freshman. Again, I think just a weird game. Not a lot of teams play the way Eastern Kentucky plays, but that's good for David. To have those type of experiences where they got a smaller guard up under him, and now not only is he dealing with his primary defender, they're randomly running and jumping. He made some turnovers in those moments, but he also did a good job and put the accelerator on and got to the rim and made some plays that, again, I think sometimes you have to go through some both positive and negative experiences on the game floor to be better the next time. And so I like what David did today, and I think he's only going to get better and better.
It seems like your defense was communicating and more fluent than it has been in recent times, even though they were hitting those contested shots. Has that been a focus as of recently?
Yeah, I thought we lost our defensive intensity as we became impatient against Texas Tech. And that's got to be our identity. We got to be a team that gets out on the floor, gets out on the break because of our defense. And, they did scramble, and not happy with them getting 16 offensive rebounds. And, a large amount of those were, long ones that they were tracking down. I think they have some really good team quickness, quite honestly. But we got to be better than 16 offensive rebounds. But I thought our defense, again, without watching the tape, I don't think it was an A+, but I also don't think it was in the C range either.
How much of the trap and the press did you expect to see from them, and what kind of adjustments did it force you to make?
We expected to see exactly what we saw. That's what they've done every game. They've picked up full court. They change their looks. Sometimes they'll run and jump. Sometimes they'll go 2-2-1. Sometimes it's really hard to tell the difference. But I thought our guards, for the most part, did a pretty good job, really having never seen that before.
You're 11 games into the season, a third of the way through the season. What do you like about what you've seen about your team so far through those 11 games, but what are the things you need to see from here?
Well, the thing I like is I think we're a team that learns, tries to correct the things that maybe plague us. I think tonight we shared the ball like we did through the first 5, 6, 7 games. I thought our offense was much better. You look at Steve and Jordan, how efficient they were, and that's going to be important as we play better and better defenses and better teams. I do think we've been a really solid defensive team all year, and so just got to continue to improve. Tonight we gave too many offensive rebounds, turned the ball over a bit too much, but part of that's, again, the funky style that Eastern Kentucky plays.
To go back to David and his play, throughout the course of about 6 games, only played about 29 minutes, got a bit more action. You said you saw some good and bad, but just how pleased were you to just see how poised he was, even if maybe he had a bad turnover, something like that, he went back and just played defense? And
yeah, I'm really pleased. David, the one thing he has that he's always had, at least ever since we started recruiting him, is just a very calming demeanor. He's very, very even-keeled. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. It's very frustrating throughout the recruiting process because I never know what the hell the kid was thinking. But that's a good trait to have on the basketball court. He's not going to get rattled. He may turn the ball over, but I think that's a little bit more of just learning to play at this level versus nerves. And that's a really good thing to have, is poise as a freshman.
Did you talk to Wara individually after his game at Texas Tech?
I talked to all our players individually and as a team.
What was your message to him?
Well, I think that, I didn't have to talk to him one-on-one to get the message across that he forced his offense. He took quick shots. He has to understand he's circled on every scouting report, and that we're also going to run stuff for him. But when he takes those shots, we're not a good team. And he understands that. He's a smart kid. He's come a long, long way from a year ago. You see how he responds. He gets 26 points, but he doesn't shoot 24 times to get it. That says a lot about his maturity and his coachability and his talent.
Anything else for Coach? Anyone? Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.